Jacob obviously had the shoulders and the elbows, but how do you kind of see him progress from last year?
He's just real, a lot more confident in what he's doing. He was new to us, and he's made huge strides in what coach wants from him here. And he's doing a great job of being a star in his role, bringing us energy, rebounding, defending. Jacob is super long and active on the floor. He's been doing a great job of being disruptive out there.
An 8-day break between games right now. I know Jacob and Lance talked about conditioning. What have you all been trying to work on these few days off with the sicknesses and injuries kind of going on?
The biggest thing is just getting healthy. The best ability is availability. If you ain't got any guys out there, it's tough. But from a strictly like a basketball perspective, we've been working on late game situations. Coach has seen some stuff in other games that kind of like made him think about, okay, maybe it's about that time for us to start working on that type of stuff. Fouling in late game situations, free throws, how we want to go about that. And really just, finishing off games. That's really all it comes down to. We haven't done a really good job of that. We'll get up 30 or whatever, instead of pushing that lead to 40, it end up being 20.
What do you think that's a product of, just maybe playing against competition that you're supposed to beat?
Yeah, that could have something to do with it, but at the end of the day, we're playing against our standard and ourselves, and we can't allow that to happen. So in the future, we got to continue to apply pressure the whole game, no matter who we're playing.
Kyle's talked about maybe trying out guys like Bryson, Jacob, maybe playing at the three. Have you all tried a lot of different, positional spots? And I guess how's that been going lately for you all? And have you even been trying to play at the different areas, maybe up to the 3 or down to the 5?
Well, speaking of me, since I've been here, I've played a lot of 4, but I know the 3. So if I would have to move down to the 3, that's not. I know all the plays, positioning, spacing, all that. The 5, the 5 is fun. But, and as far as Bryce and Jacob playing the 3, they bring us a different element with their size, athleticism, strength. We've been working on trying to post them against smaller 3s, and even if they're a little bit bigger, posting them, facing up, attacking them guys off the dribble, then the rest of us, cutting, getting the space and giving them room to work and to play.
Kind of piggybacking off of what you just said and what he asked, Cal said yesterday, a lot of our older guys are having to learn this stuff on the fly, but they're doing well with it. How has everyone adjusted to having guys in and out of practice, but being able to quickly adjust to a certain situation?
Yeah, I think definitely when you have an older team, it's easier to kind of weather that because you have older, more mature guys. You're not thrown for a loop as much. You kind of still know what to expect with guys coming out. Guys are going to have to step up. You might have to move here, move there. That doesn't really, affect you mentally as if you were younger. Somebody goes out, now you got to play a whole different position, and you're confused or you're frustrated, and you're wondering why am I doing this? But like I said, having an older team, that really helps. Just, having the maturity to know, like, this is the situation we're in, this is the hand that we're dealt, now we just have to go and play it.
You mentioned, I haven't had a chance to talk to you about it, but the thing I love about your game over the last couple of weeks, the mid-range game. And I mentioned something to Coach Orlando Antigua a week or so ago. It's not just 3s or dunks. What prompted you and others to start hitting the 18-footer or just taking the 15-footer?
It's what the defense has been giving me. And it's a shot I work on every day. And I think the mid-range has been lost a little bit. Everybody wants to shoot 3s or get all the way to the rim. But when you get to playing really, really good teams, I feel like teams that can, make some of those 2-point shots can really, separate themselves. Because all coaches are in schemes, defensive schemes, are taught to take away the 3 and defend the rim. So if you can get in that intermediate area and be effective, it can really hurt some teams because they're not really trained to stop that.
Is it kind of ironic that for years we've heard that if you're that close to the three, step back, and now if you're that close, well, just step in. It's kind of ironic, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah, it's a bit of a conundrum, but you just gotta, like I said, you gotta take what the defense gives you. You know, you can't be so worried about exactly where you are on the floor when you have a shot. Like if I catch the ball, I don't have time to think about, oh man, I need to step behind the three. You better get the thing off or pass it, because if you don't get it off, you're not going to shoot. So, and I like to shoot. So, but yeah, like I said, you just got to take what the defense gives you, and if they give you that shot, take it. Give you a three, take it. And if they let you get all the way to the rim, I would definitely take that.
What is he trying to figure out with you and Bryce right now, if that makes sense?
So he wants to be able to post somebody. He wants post presence. And not only does he want to post Oscar, he wants to be able to post me and Bryce. And he feels like if we're at the three spot, we could have that. We can post guards and just be able to just work in the post, either pass it or score. That's what he wants me and Bryce to do.
Do you think you kind of embrace that role, maybe sliding up and playing the three? Is that something you're...
I mean, we tried that yesterday, and I mean, I liked it. Bryce liked it. I think Coach and everyone else liked this, so I think that's what we'll probably begin to do and see how it works.
You may have already answered this, and I apologize if you have, but Lance just said, trying different positions on certain things, trying to find that post up, as you just mentioned. How has that gone with certain people sick, hurt, and you were out for a little bit, Lance was out for a little bit. How's that whole thing function?
I mean, it's been a weird week because, like you said, not everyone's been present in practice. People are sick, whether it's whatever it is, and we just had that time we had the walk-ons practice with us, and we were just working on, like I said, post presence and just working out of the post with me and Bryce.
Yesterday, Cal said, we're an older team, certainly compared to last year. He said he really likes the guards. I really love our guard play. Not comparing personnel per se, but comparing this year to last year, what has improved the most in the guard play?
In the guards?
Yeah.
Shooting. We have great shooters on this team, and it's shown. We haven't been very consistent from the three, but that's the change that we made from last year is we have shooting guards now.
Does it surprise you if you haven't been that consistent from outside? I mean, you have good shooters, and everybody has good days, bad days, but as a whole, has there been a little, hey, man, we've got to shoot better than this? Come on.
I mean, it shows just about the team that we can become. We're beating teams by 20 plus, and we're not shooting the ball well. So just imagine when we are shooting the ball well, what can happen.
As far as getting off to a fast start, something that Keon just talked about, what are you guys focusing on to try to get off to a faster start in games?
Just starting the day off right. Sometimes, I think it was like 2 games ago, we had a shoot around and it wasn't energetic. There was no energy, and I think it starts there. It starts a shoot around. We need to have that energy. We need to come into shoot around ready to play a game. And I feel like if we come to shoot around ready to play a game, it'll just trickle into the game and we'll start off better.
How important is that now that the schedule's starting to beef up a little bit? You got some bigger name opponents coming up. How important is it to not fall behind early?
Very important. But I think we're locked in. We're ready for this next game, and then we're ready for any other opponent that we face. I think everyone's dialed in, and I think everyone's locked in to what we need to do to finish this year off strong.
You got to find some post-up guys to help out Oscar or Oscar's on the bench. What's that like? Because we are still early in the season and you guys are still working things out.
Kind of just get with coaches and improve my game. So obviously if he says that he's looking for somebody that needs to post up or post up presence, something obviously we need to work on. So just get in the gym and try to get my skills better and get more confident so I could try to make moves when I have the ability to, and stuff like that.
What's it been like for the last couple of weeks? We've had different lineups. Guys are in, guys are out. You've been hurt. Other guys are sick. Has it been difficult to try to find some continuity with everything you guys are dealt with?
I just feel like not really, because we all know common goal. We all have to go out there, play hard. do the certain things that we have to do, non-negotiables. So it kind of makes it easy when everybody knows their role and what they have to do.
How good did it feel to get back out on the court and you got that dunk a couple of games?
Yeah, I mean, it felt good. It was kind of like this was my first time dealing with an injury. And obviously it happened before the season even started, so just being able to get back out there, even if it was for a few minutes, it was still cool.
When you see this team, what obviously we don't get to see what goes on behind the scenes. So how has everything come together with the sickness and people not? Because Cal said yesterday, we got 7 guys in the head. What's that?
Yeah, kind of just staying safe and trying to not get sick. So try to stay in my room as much as possible. I don't want to get sick. I don't want to get anybody sick. So kind of just take the necessary steps. But practice was light, but we got a lot of conditioning in it.
Is there anything you all are trying to hammer home in practice, having 8 days off?
We kind of, like I just said, we just did a lot of conditioning yesterday. That was big. But kind of just give reps and plays. And, some guys haven't played at certain positions. So now, since some people might be out, you get a chance to play a different position. And, if you're a 4, you might have to be a 3 and kind of stuff like that.
Have they been doing that with you as well? Maybe.
I know, I've been going against Oscar. That's my job. I go against Oscar.
How have you adapted to that in practice? Because I think when he first got here, David was, man, I'm looking for a big guy on there, pick and roll, which I don't run into it.
Yeah.
Does he raise your game because he is so
Absolutely. Oscar, he helped me a whole bunch, even off the court. Just talking with him just made me a better person. So obviously going against him on the court helped me a lot, but off the court as well.
How have you and Jacob or Keon, how have you guys helped him also? Because it's obviously an adjustment for him with a new style.
Yeah, honestly, I love Oscar because he always asks questions and he doesn't mind being coached. So if I know something or Jacob or anybody knows something, he's okay with you telling him. And he can take criticism very well. So if you have something to say and he's like, okay, I got you, and then he'll try his best, to produce that or do what we just said. So it's great. He's a great teammate and always for the team.
You did mention a second ago, he makes you a better person kind of off the court.
Yeah.
I know we all have our moments where we try to do what's right, but maybe we don't. He seems to be that guy who's consistent in every phase of that game. So to
Yeah,
speak.
absolutely. I don't know, it's just Oscar. I mean, you guys talk to him through interviews, you see how he is. He's like that all the time. So, just don't think that when he comes here or gets around other people that he acts that way. He's like that all the time. So, just, being around that just makes you a better person, honestly.